meaningless reason. Solution, yeah. Love, respect, unselfishness and cooperation. That's all we need to build a strong nation. We are the people to make the changes. We are the changes, WB. And all the things that will free up and like got blue skies. And nothing make people get victimized. Let's work together for better. We got to unite. Belize, yeah. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Another day is here. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. We gotta keep moving, na. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Everybody gotta put their time in. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Voice our opinion and place your calling. WB. Get up, make every day count. Don't waste it, people. Do your part, play a role, get where you need to. You can tune in for work or in your vehicle. If you got a problem, pick up the phone. Why wait till time? Calling is a show. It no matter even if you're at home. Just call in. WB. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Another day is here. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. We gotta keep moving, na. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Everybody gotta put their time in. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Voice our opinion and place your calling, WB. Be yourself, this is a show, my people. Believe our hope, so to needless reason. Your body feeling out is the vibe we're dealing. Let's find a solution, yeah. Love, respect, unselfishness and cooperation. That's how we need to build a strong nation. We are the people to make the changes. We are the changes, WB. And all the things that will free up and like got blue skies. And nothing that people get victimized. Let's work together for better. We got to unite. Belize, yeah. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Another day is here. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. We gotta keep moving, na. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Everybody gotta put their time in. Wake up, Belize. Wake up.
Good morning, welcome to XTV and Creme FM's WB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes. It is Thursday, the 20th of June, 2024, 6:41 a.m. there in Belize, 5:41 a.m. here in Los Angeles, and we are reporting from the Diaspora Summit. So, before we get into this morning show, though, we have to give you the weather and the news. The news here is prepared by XTV and Creme FM's news desk, and the weather report is prepared by the National Meteorological Service. This morning, our forecaster is Crystal Rosales.
Good morning. Moist and unstable conditions continue over the country. The 24-hour forecast. Skies will be mostly cloudy to overcast. A few showers, thunderstorms, and periods of moderate to heavy rain will occur around the country, but especially over northern and central areas. Activity will gradually increase as the day progresses. Please note that an excessive rainfall warning is in effect as there is a potential for excessive rainfall, especially over the Belize district and northern parts of the country. Residents in these areas are asked to monitor the situation and contact the hydrology unit at 822-0667 for any further information on flooding. Also, a strong thunderstorm watch is in effect as there is a potential for thunderstorms to become strong at times and produce heavy rainfall, intense lightning, and damaging winds. High temperatures for today will reach around 84 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast, 86 degrees Fahrenheit inland, and 72 degrees Fahrenheit in the mountains. Low temperatures for tonight will reach around 78 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast, 73 degrees Fahrenheit inland, and 68 degrees Fahrenheit in the hills. Winds over the open sea will be from the east to southeast at around 15 to 25 knots, and sea conditions will be rough. So please note that a small craft warning is in effect as offshore waters will be rough, especially in easterly swells and near heavy showers and thunderstorms, along with strong gusty winds. So mariners should seek safe harbor. High tides occur at 8:03 this morning and then at 10:06 tonight. Low tides at 3:47 this afternoon and then at 2:33 tomorrow morning. The moon will rise at 5:32 this evening and set at 4:41 tomorrow morning. Sunset is at 6:29 this evening and sunrise at 5:19 tomorrow morning. The extended forecasts. Periods of moderate to heavy rain with a few showers and thunderstorms will continue mostly over northern and central parts of the country on Friday morning and night. Elsewhere, activity will become isolated by the afternoon. And in the tropical weather outlook, at 6 a.m., Tropical Storm Alberto was centered about 25 miles east of Tampico, Mexico. Alberto was moving to the west at 13 miles per hour with maximum sustained winds of 45 miles per hour. Also, there is a small area of low pressure to the east of the northern Bahamas, which is producing disorganized showers and has a medium chance of becoming a tropical depression during the next 48 hours. This has been this morning's weather report from the National Meteorological Service.
The first private radio in Belize since 1989. Creme FM presents the news. Informative, accurate, current information, local, regional, and international news, weather and sports. And now, the news.
The government of Belize will appeal a significant decision of the Belize Court of Appeal handed down on April 30th this year regarding the butane industry. Four former importers of butane with origins in Mexico and Central America had taken the government to court to challenge the monopoly that the National Gas Company Limited, NGCL, that was introduced via legislation in 2019. Under the new law, the four importers could not meet the criteria to import as they were required to establish a storage facility for a minimum of 1.5 million US gallons. They were therefore relegated to merely retailing butane they would purchase from the NGCL. Their last import date was April 30th, 2020. At the High Court, the then acting Chief Justice Michelle Arana ruled that the company's constitutional right to property was violated and ordered 10.89 million in damages. Both parties appealed the decision, and the Court of Appeal ruled that the importer's right to work was breached with the onerous fetter of a costly storage facility. However, it ordered that damages be relitigated. Here is Attorney General Anthony Sylvester Jr.
There was an application for leave to appeal to the CCJ, and that was filed. I do believe that application for leave was granted, and so that matter now proceeds to the Caribbean Court of Justice for further determination on very, very important key constitutional issues interfacing between what we regarded as the right to work, and vis-a-vis the government or a state's right to regulate a particular industry. So these are very, very interesting and also important constitutional matters that the government has submitted to the Caribbean Court of Justice to make a final determination on.
The government intends to introduce new legislation regarding the magistracy later this year, in hopes of infusing more efficiency at that level of the judiciary, similar to what recently transpired at the High Court and Court of Appeal level when a senior courts bill was introduced. Attorney General Anthony Sylvester Jr. told CREM News XTV that the changes have worked out as intended. He also remarked that while Belize has perennially had a shortage of judges and magistrates, we have never had this number of judges before.
There was a new cohort of High Court judges, and it's unprecedented. I think there are about 12 or so High Court judges. We never had that many High Court judges before, and so we are, I think we can say, I mean, when you watch the news on a nightly basis, you see there are reports of cases being heard, being determined, with a flurry of cases being disposed of. There is in train a plan to as well augment and the magistracy. So similar to the approach that has been taken by with respect to the senior courts, we have planned in train a legislation which seeks to have the magistracy be operate in a more efficient manner, and so we should see before the end of this year a new magistrates court bill. As things currently stand, there is a piece of legislation known as the Inferior Courts Act and the District Courts Act and the Summary Jurisdiction Procedure Act. Those various pieces of legislation deals with the procedure, as we say, to how magistrates' court proceedings are to be undertaken. So there is a move to have those various pieces of legislation be repealed. And you have one comprehensive omnibus legislation. And the purpose of that is twofold. Firstly, for the public purposes. You see, in contemporary times, we try to allow for the ordinary member of the public to be able to not only hear about the law, but for they themselves to be able to have access to what the law is. We have on the Attorney General's website a search engine, so you could actually search any piece of law, and you yourself, you could acquaint yourself with the law, and you'll be able to know how the various processes are to be engaged. So that aspect and that reform, as it were, of the magistracy is something that is being undertaken, and certainly, as I indicated, we hope to have that bill be enacted before the end of this year. No?
A few weeks ago, we told you about the Crown Counsels in the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, ODPP, were being unhappy over the process to appoint staff who would fill 2 new posts established by the Judicial and Legal Services Commission, JLSC, to assist the DPP. We are told that prosecutors already employed within the office applied for the post but appeared to have been passed over as the process was started anew and the applicants never heard back on their prospects of getting the job. While the Attorney General says has no say regarding the decisions of the JLSC, we asked if he was aware of any discontent about the issue.
I haven't heard myself any specific rumblings that relates to that. But what I will say is this: is that so there has been the creation of the additional post of deputy and assistant director of public prosecutions. Now, government, when there's how it works is that there will be a request from a particular department for the creation of certain posts. The Attorney General has supported that matter is sent to Finance and Public Service, or in this case, the Judicial Service Commission, and once approval for the creation of the post has been obtained, then that matter obviously will go to the position being filled. Now, government then at that point is not involved in the selection process. So constitutionally, there is a body known as the Public Service Commission, or the Judicial Legal Services Commission in this particular instance, which is responsible for the terms and conditions of judicial and legal officers, and that includes as well the appointment of such persons. So those are matters which fall directly within the purview of that body. Indeed, appreciate, of course, as is to be expected, if someone were to apply for a position, then that application should be received and should go to the appropriate processes. That is all I can say with respect to that, as it relates to the process and how things work or ought to work. No.
But would your ministry step in as it did the last time in relation to salaries, if in fact the crowns in or prosecutors in the office of the DPP were to threaten that they would go on strike as a result of their dissatisfaction with that process?
Well, let me say this firstly. The crowns will know that it is unlawful for them to engage in strike action, and I think that I mean, as attorneys and being subjected to the Judicial Legal Services regulation, that goes without saying. That is quite apparent. But there are processes and there are ways in which persons could, I suppose, if someone applied for a position, I think a simple thing that can be done is to simply just to write, to ask for an update. So there are mechanisms and ways in which persons could I suppose, seek some guidance or clarity from that particular body.
Cabinet has approved a pilot project under the UNDP for victim offender mediation as an alternative dispute resolution mechanism within the criminal justice system. Yesterday, Attorney General Anthony Sylvester Jr. explained how this would work and shared that it goes in tandem with new legislation that allows for plea deals.
So there's a new approach now to what they refer to as criminal mediation. So again, so the victim and the accused, through the processes of the court, they're able to have what is referred to as restorative justice, and that piece of legislation allows for that. You see, because again, we need to move from the previous perspective or the previous approach that, well, you have to go to court, you have to stretch out the matter, you have to just see how long the matter could proceed in the hope that maybe the witness may change his man or her mind and not want to go to court. We appreciate that these have caused backlogs to be at that level that they ought not to be, and so that piece of legislation, the criminal procedure plea bargaining and plea discussion and plea bargaining legislation, has been very effective so far. It has been proven in other jurisdictions to work effectively, and we hope to see more use of it and this utility to serve and to inure to the benefit of the entire country, with matters being able to be removed off the dockets of the various courts. The notion of criminal mediation comes about from that which exists already in terms of civil mediation. So in civil cases, parties have a matter before the court, and the judge may look at the matter and say, look, this is a matter that perhaps could be resolved and the reasons may vary. Well, at times parties may their interfacing and engaging may be a better way in terms of resolving a matter, because at the end of the day, so we don't have in our criminal justice system the death penalty. So no one will be sentenced to death. No one will die after going through a court case and being sentenced. That means then that, except for those who are sentenced to imprisonment for life without the possibility of parole, a person will return back to society. So again, within our stream of consciousness and our appreciation that regardless of what happened, that person will be taken through a process where they have to be rehabilitated and they return back to society. So then, why not start that process from before the case ends, where you have the offender, which is what happens in mediation. The offender is given an opportunity for him to account for the wrong that he or she did.
The AG clarified, though, that it will be the court which will determine which matters will be sent to criminal mediation. That story brings us to the end of this Thursday morning newscast with your news report. My name is Katie Numi Usher. Remember, there's more news on Creme FM at 10 a.m. during the morning stew, a news package at 12:30, a news brief at 3, and a full news package this evening at 5:15 p.m. Here on XTV, we will have a full news package for you this evening at 6 p.m. We will take a short break now, but stay with us because when we get back, we jump into this Thursday morning edition of XTV's and Creme FM WB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes.
The first private radio in Belize since 1989. The news. Informative, accurate, current information, local, regional, and international news, weather and sports.
Babe, I'm going out to pay the water bill.
You don't need to go out. You could pay it from your phone. Look.
Babe, the credit card bill. I'll go pay it.
You can also pay it with your phone.
Babe,
Yes, love?
I need to go deposit the baby serious pay.
You really want to go out, don't you? It's okay. I will make the transfer and you go play ball.
With Atlantic Bank Mobile, your personal banking experience is easier and more convenient. Bank your way with any of our digital channels and save time for what matters most.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Amandala is now online. You can now access Amandala's midweek and weekend issues online by logging on to our website at amandala.com.bz/news and joining our membership portal today. There's 5 easy steps to get unlimited access to weekly e-paper, archive publications, and a host of other exclusive contents. Number 1, go to Amandala's website. Number 2, navigate to subscribed areas. Number 3, choose a membership level. Number 4, check out using our secured portal. Number 5, log into the members only section. Telephone numbers 501-280-4703 or 202-4477. Fax us at 501-222-4702, or you could email at amandalapress@yahoo.com or amandalapress@gmail.com. Amandala, all power to the people.
All right, good morning and welcome back to WB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes, the Belize Summit Edition. Good morning, Mose. How are you? We're joined now by Mose Hyde.
Good morning. Is my microphone working? Is my mic working? Is it working? Are you hearing me?
Yes, I hear you fine.
And hope studio to hear me and everything's cooking well. You know that way. They're far from a nest.
Very far, very far. And speaking of that, I just want to give thanks to our Belize Diaspora Summit 2024 broadcast sponsors. If you allow me to read this list, yeah. So we have Atlantic Bank Limited, Atlantic Insurance Corporation, Battle of the Drums, the Belize Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Western Union, Belize Bank Limited, Bell Trade, Benny's Home Center, Builders Hardware, Cajalpech Village Resort, Carlos Diaz Private Bathroom, Central Bank of Belize, CG United, Citrus Products of Belize Limited, Dangriga Town Council, Daria's Meat Pie, DigiWallet, Enrique Martinez and Sons, Feinstein Group of Companies, Freetown Drugstore, Government of Belize, Holy Redeemer Credit Union, Marie Sharp's Fine Foods, Ministry of Immigration, Quick Home Real Estate, Rosado's Hardware, Simon Kwan and Company Limited, and Social Security Board. So really want to thank our sponsors to enable and empower us to do this broadcast all the way from Los Angeles, California.
And while we're at that, let me just quickly thank the Belize American Chamber of Commerce for sponsoring our transportation, because we never ride bike here. And
so, be a long bike ride, very long.
We never get on. Well, the name of the bus out of Ladyville, where normally would have to hop on.
Oh, yes, the Belize Central Transit. Good morning to everybody on the Belize Central Transit. I know that struggle early in the morning, pack up like sardine, but we get the work still. You know which way.
We can't reach it late on that, so...
No.
We had to thank the Belize American Chamber of Commerce and Southwest Airlines that partnered with our broadcast, and give thanks to the sponsors and to the as well to the Belize American Chamber of Commerce and the Belize Diaspora Summit for giving us access to what is called in the business promo rates at the hotel.
Yes. We are very grateful for that. Thanks very much.
So, it's, you might say we'll give you a lot of information. It's important for you to know that they're not rich, we're rich. It's just the support, that is support and the link make with the out here, and as well with commitment to this process, this summit, which I have taken an active part in being a part of the whole organizing group. And so there's the broadcast is one aspect of it for me, but there's also an energy that is about the summit, and the summit coming together. Anything that is the first rendition, the first version, has to deal with growing pains, so you got to sort all these things out.
Right.
And so, for example, so Katie is in one hotel, I'm in another hotel, which is
right.
Which is not ideal, but thanks to technology, we are linked in. It's the summit starts off in a couple of hours, so we are going to have a short abbreviation at around 8:30, because then everything that we're doing right now on Zoom to cover the event, we have to go and actually set up with our collaborative partners. They got to shout out Raider Belize Mix and William Johnson from Raider Belize Mix, who is our partner in streaming this event. And so, it's like we're doing this while we're doing that, getting ready, because you know how these big business societies work, and this is one of the societies where they're the biggest business. So you can't. It's not a lot of what I call flexibility unless you're really let off, right? So
right. Time is money out here, and we waste money, so they move.
So we don't get access to setting up until actually in the next 30 minutes or so, we actually start do the setting up of the coverage. So we have to do all of that. And while I'm saying that, I know that we are far away from the nest. We don't have our usual line. I am, Sister Kate, I've tried to work out my phone to be a WhatsApp that goes directly into the system. I'm hoping that it works. Sometimes we try things, they don't work, at least not initially perfectly. We iron it out. We have done a little test though, but sometimes you do a test, but then when that the real thing, these things here, and they say ants get in at the phone. So let's hope
it
that
happens sometimes.
let's hope that there's no ants in the wiring. And so you can call my WhatsApp number, which is 672-4770. And I would like for just, even if you're not got something to really say, if you even have to say good morning and help to test the phone, please do that so we know that we got phone. It's important to we because we don't like get disconnected from the conversation. Even though we're far, we still want to promote the access. And so the number is 672-4770. And with I want at least one person just call in, even if they're not about the business at the show, give a lead test so that we know everything to connect. That the WhatsApp number, of course, we know they accept personal calls. So even if there's somebody where they in my list and you try to help me out, and I say that you are not sure that you're the call about business, and I want nobody call in and say, rock out, where my money there, where me tell me,
Well, they said they said test phone, right? So they did test phone.
Okay, what happened to that money where you owe me? When you go drop it off.
I see what they close to me. I see what they close to me. I could drop it off up the street.
Or Raka share that foreign him. You could please go and pick up something for me from my auntie.
Yes. My auntie try to send me Ali to California, Los Angeles, California church. Try to go, I could meet you downstairs at the lobby.
I gladly, let me see. I hope this is working. I'm confident that my brother here is about the business. Hello. Okay, hello. Are you guys hearing anything? You hearing anything, Katie?
I not hear yet. Maybe half a color.
Hello. All right. I don't know if Studios is sharing anything. I'm seeing the thing going in my system, but it's not. Like...
All right. So we'll keep working.
Go ahead, Katie. We're gonna try to work it out.
We're gonna work it out. But it's a lot of work. I'm glad that you've kind of set the tone for what happens here. And I crashed yesterday because I had to try to catch up on my sleep and the jet lag. But you were there in the lobby, and I think I'm not sure if do they still have that meeting where they were kind of like formalizing today. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Maybe you could kind of share, what people could look for. Not the details, but maybe you could kind of like share what was that energy of preparing for this first ever Belize Diaspora Summit, that we're having ever, which is so cool because as we've seen.
Hello.
Oh, we do have a call coming in though.
Hello. You guys hearing anything? Nothing.
Not yet. Not as yet.
All right, we're gonna continue to work on this. Just give me a second. I have a host and be engineer, so I will fix this phone. We will get phone calls. Promise you that. We just got to find out what the heck I did wrong.
Gotcha. I hear you. Yeah. So what was that like? I mean, this is. I mean, we've seen diaspora in sports. We've seen diaspora in culture.
I did a bunch of interviews that I hope to upload. I was finished from there like around 11 thereabouts last night. And again, I can see folks calling in. I want to thank you all for calling in. I just really want to resolve this issue because I hate disappoint like that. We got like people just to call one after the other. I thank you all for giving me the test, but I can't fix the phone until the ad break.
Right. So we are definitely trying to work on that.
I don't know why it's not connecting like that. Yeah, I don't know why I know the read, but I haven't figured it out. Yeah, that's the way it goes. That's the way it goes. But so let me just try to host a little bit with you, Sister Katie, and answer your query. Like, yeah, as you know, so last night was interesting. I got some really good interviews from folks who came out, are really excited about the summit, and it was my first taste of, well, what I say, like we were around the energy of the folks who have been behind the scenes organizing, of course, Aria, Rishma, Devin, that's Michael Devin Young, and so we've been around that energy, but would be last night would be my first time to meet like people who came around just because they have been drawn to the process. And and I promise you, like like for example, there was the Miss Caribbean Los Angeles, who for the very first time is a Belizean. I was not aware of this. And so
what? So Belize, they have a stellar moment internationally, it seems.
Yeah, so we were able to get a little interview going on like that, and of course, got to shout to everybody where I make them know XTV Belize, that the way you link with on YouTube, subscribe, join way, and I'll soon self cover the interview the people. So absolutely, that was a good energy. Even though you know that way you probably to gain energy while you lose energy. So
right.
So the body to go one way, but the spirit to go another way, and then after that, well, I like somebody pull the plug. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the obviously, but there's a lot of work to do, and that's a big part of it. And to the people in where they call, give thanks. We are work on the phone.
Right.
We work on the phone. We have to get some wire. Make we get to the first break, and then I will fix the phone. I promise you, I'm not going no way. I will fix it. I don't know where wrong, but I will fix it. And we did with I told you, man, Ants getting on the system, like we XTV. Problem is that XTV is so sweet that we have a problem with the ants and insects. We can't stop that.
Attract them. That's how you go. When you're sweet, you're sweet. No, but that's really cool. And there's a lot of work. I just want to remind everybody, and congratulate the team, because there's a lot of work that goes into it. I just to say the XTV part of it, Mose, where you've been extremely involved in setting up not just our broadcast, but you're also a part of the organization of this event, which has a lot of moving parts, because we see that the immigration department has come and they're helping people to, whether it's process passports and other things. We also have the lands department who's here. They'll have a land clinic assisting people, with questions and queries. But then there's also an investment summit, right? So there's a lot going on. Last year you were at the investment summit, so maybe you could kind of tell us a bit about how that works, what the people interest in, well, not people, like I said, what the Belizean diaspora interest in investing in Belize. Because when we think investors, we kind of mostly think foreigners, right? But it's exciting to know that, diasporans they're excited to come back and invest and, do things like that.
One of the problems with the word diaspora is that it's the right term, but the reality is that what we are talking about is Belizeans abroad.
Right. We shall start for that instead too.
and whether or not they have acquired new citizenship, they have not lost their Belizean one. And even if they have lost their passport, even if they've not had a passport for a long time, that is not how they are certified Belizean. They are certified Belizeans because of something that cannot be taken away from them. That is, when they go back in a lineage, they start find granny and grandpa where that they live. They could find streets and neighborhoods where the ma and pa fall in love, and that how for their whole journey begin.
That's incredible. I like that. I like that kind of
So,
lead story there.
so that are where, you know, like when we said diaspora, like people think, okay, there are like some people,
Dang. Right.
who then.
Dang. Dang
There's
one day.
no, there is no then, and I
Right.
think
There's not
and I
just on
think
us, right?
and I think that's hopefully if the diaspora summit project is to have one meaningful accomplishment, it has to be that it really it starts to, I don't think you do it overnight, but it starts to assault this kind of divide that exists. We got a feeling that they want the foreign, and then they want back home. That just that we in a different places. Indeed,
Right.
we know that people move from one place to another for a variety of reasons. There's no one reason why people leave. Sometimes people leave because they are escaping from things which we don't know. There are many reasons why people have left, and the thing is that for many people who have left physically, Belize has not left their souls, and that is what and so that is what I experienced, maybe just a spoonful of it last night, and it was really delicious. It was really delicious to, and again, you know, it is one thing. I spoke to one of the LA communities, activist, organizer, promoter, Farron Smith, artist as well. And yeah, it was really inspiring. I want to shout him up. I hope that we'll be able to talk. I did interview him, get his thoughts, views, and so on. He's a very active brother. He organizes some of the big events in September. And one of the things that really hits you is like most of the people that I interviewed are people who are doing things without getting any recognition for doing it, where they are connected back home. So that's a really beautiful thing, that sense that people have when they're here. And I think it's happening more and more because of the shortening of the gap. You know, it's like technology has now made it very possible for people to exist within the Belizean society virtually. So like even though they're in LA or Chicago or New York, people are actually getting up in the morning and listening to respective talk shows back home.
That is so true.
People are getting home in the evening in their apartments in, you know, Houston or in Harlem, and tuning into the TV and watching the news live. And what that does, it means that the whole gap of information is no longer, does not exist. It's really reduced significantly. And then people are FaceTiming. This thing where people take for granted, right? This kind of thing where we may only think seeing a like Star Wars movie, where like you could hold your phone and see this person where they are in a real time.
Right.
And so
Science
now,
fiction has become reality in a lot of ways.
So really, the physical society of Belize has been expanded because of the technology, where people exist in our society but virtually, and now they feel more invested in it, and feel more connected to it. And one of the things in talking to Brother Bilal Morris, again another pillar of the Belize American community, who has really been about connecting those things as a foundation member of the Consortium of Belize, and a foundation member of BREDA, which started its activism as way back as in the early 80s.
Yes.
And one of the things that he mentions that really impresses him, to meet young Belizeans who, what we are calling Belizeans, kind of my view of Belizeans, they don't got no passport. They've never been to Belize. But if you meet them at a concert, they are rocking Belize louder than everybody else. They've never been to Belize. And when you talk to them, it's about Belize because he teaches. And in one of the interviews I did with him, he mentions about meeting a child whose name was Belize Jones. That was the child's name. And so,
oh man,
and so he said
that extra cool.
So he said, you know, where do you come from? He said, my mother from Belize. I said, oh. And he said, so you like your name? I said, I love my name. I got the best name. And like these are, could you imagine that? And I think the numbers show it a lot. We were here, I believe it was 2 years ago. Myself and Marisol, we were here for the U.S. summit, and we were doing coverage within the Belizean community here. And one of the things that really hit us was, a conversation with one of the premier travel agency that has actually survived online and still exists.
Wow, they survived all of the buy your own ticket.
I can't remember the brother's name. As a friend of Brother Nuri, he had connected us to the brother and Brother Bilal, and so one of the things that he was able to tell us, which was hardcore statistics, is to say that Belizeans traveling back home, the patterns have changed. And we're not talking here about now anecdotal or anybody's hunch or intuition. It's like they have the hard numbers. And he was able to show that Belizeans are traveling less for September and more for Easter. And that driving those travel patterns are young people. So, like, once upon a time, it was more the older people who were going back home, nostalgic about going back home for September celebrations and all of that. Nowadays, it's really the people who are going back, younger people who want to find out about Belize, and who can blame them? They find Easter to be an interesting time.
Well, it is. Easter is an interesting time. You have the best weather. You have cross country. You really have opportunity. Right. You really have an opportunity to have that spring break. Right. Have the spring break, but while you just say like Belizean culture in full. Right. A lot of people go to Riverside. It's really they really want time for make you could get the best of the both worlds for real.
Yeah. So those are real things. So again, what do we do with that? That is what I believe the summit is about, is for the Belizeans abroad to determine what to do with that, how to structure themselves, and how to form a consistent structure, rather than I met a sister who I interviewed, and I said, what is it? And this was just the early moments. He said, what are you to take home about at least 15-20 minutes here? He said, oh man, he said, I was doing some things and shipping things back home for people and stuff, and he says, man, I meet a bunch of people that do the same thing, and then it tell me now how I could do it more effectively, and how I could shorten my time, how I could make it easier. So just making the contacts that I make my whole effort become more efficient. And so that the benefit to her, and that is the benefit of networking. That's the benefit of of having organized structures within a community, beyond the more ambitious parts, like for example to become more effective at lobbying on our behalf, which I know a lot of the very influential Belizeans abroad see as something that is important, and also changing things back home that accommodate the diasporan involvement. And one of the things, as you know, that has been very contentious is the whole aspect of dealing with the diasporans being able to enter politics. And they feel very disenfranchised by the fact that they are prevented to do so by having dual citizenship, while they can see people who have recently migrated into Belize having access to that. And so we know that has been an ongoing, very content. And trust me, you're here. It's going to come up at the summit.
Right.
So dealing with heavy matters like those, also how to be also increasing the functionality of people who are on the ground coordinating support for various communities. There's many different ways coming together on a consistent basis helps and supports and makes it better. So I think that's a baked in objective, a baked in check that the summit is going to have. People are going to be people are going to be enhanced in how they are going about connecting back home and connecting within their communities.
No, I think it's an incredible set of days, and it seems short, but like you said, people done the network, people done the try to take advantage of these things, and I feel very hopeful about what can happen today, tomorrow, and Saturday. I know we got 2 cents come, and I know they come up to that break. Also, I need to thank Port Point Security for supporting 2 cents come. Thank you so much for supporting that. We really, really appreciate it. So we are doing 2 cents come for sure. And then also we'll go to break. And during that break, Mose has many hats, but he's gonna try to get to see how we could get our collars on.
I have to figure that out during the break. I have to put on the engineering hat, and
yes, it is.
And then we got to reach out. I understand that Brother Nuri is out this side, and he's supposed to be on Thursday morning. So what's up with Brother Nuri? Like, somebody needs to send him the link.
Right.
This is Zoom, or maybe just link with Brother Nuri. What's up with you?
Yeah, the Monday night Inglewood mode at this point. So definitely. This is our Zinc Nuri. This is the Inglewood Nuri. So hopefully we can get in touch with him as well, for sure. Definitely, we appreciate all your patience, to rock with way, and we appreciate that. Thanks for the support again. Thank the sponsors, and I'll read that long list when we come back. Absolutely. And I need to add, like you said, our transport and accommodation, very important, extremely important. So stay with us after 2 cents come and this break.
All right, guys, you're watching 2 Cents Come on WB, right? I'm your host, Brick City. And the 2 cents of the day, the 2 cents question of the day. Do Belizeans do agriculture in the city, in the yard? Do they make use of the yard? We want to find out people 2 cents on that. But guess what, right? I find one. So I want to talk to the person that here at 2 cents. All right, so morning, sir. So make I hear your 2 cents, all right, for people we do agriculture in the yard, like your one. Tell me how you come about doing it. Make I hear your 2 cents, Panny.
Well, how I become about doing this agriculture, Mr. Mac's yard, and he made on gun fall and thing, and I a job when I start assistant, help and take care of chickens and duck and he benefit me, benefit him, and so we come along, doing this cleaning up every morning, because then we have to keep the place clean, keep it.
So you do this every day?
I do this every morning.
And you believe other people could do it?
Yes, you can have me in your own backyard. You don't have to go to a farm for raise chicken and raise duck.
Right.
Once you have your yard fence, everything going, you could do it, And that's something where it's easy. You just have to put your mind to it, and it could happen,
So what advice you look for some Belizean and encourage
Well, where would I go for telling them just have to make one try to it, man, and if they see it don't work out well, they could try something else. If you can't make it with the chicken, you try to make it with the vegetables, plants or whatever, because people buy plants too, and even dog, you could get dog too, and raise a dog there, So,
and that your 2 cents?
And that's my 2 cents, because then if we could do it, somebody else must could do it too. You understand? If you own one shop, I could own one shop too. If you could do it, I could do it too. You understand? You have to put in the effort to make it happen. And if you don't put in the effort to make it happen, it won't happen.
Thank you.
Welcome, sir.
That's why you're too saying. If you ever do any type of farming in your yard.
Yes.
What you grow in your yard?
We grow zucchini and pumpkin. Oh, guava too.
That you're too saying?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Well, I always try grow things in my yard because right now, after the corona time, when I really start to think and I need to get into this growing thing. And I try a couple of times when corona gone grow so a couple of things and I started some habanero pepper. Boy, me habanero pepper them they grow so nice in my yard. But before the pepper even come on the tree, people don't look for come reap your thing before the thing they even grow. The thing about 1, 2, 3 pepper, and another day when I come out back, I can't see the pepper there on the tree. Look like the neighbor there, people wrong when they walk wrong, they come in at your place and then just reap your product. I tell you, it's hard to grow up in the city, but I think you need to go out in the areas. That's my 2 cents.
Yes, I do farming in my yard. But the reason why it can't happen because I live on too much water. The plants are dead as the rain comes down.
And now you're 2 cents?
That's my 2 cents. We need to pull the yard to grow the poor people in.
All right, your 2 cents a day, right? Is that, have you ever done any kind of farming in your yard, in the city?
Mama, I bring a vine of passion fruit. And I give Mama because Mama like gardening. And that vine grew in the yard. My pa set up so stuff because our vine grew. And then it did harvest. We did harvest passion fruit. And one of the things I grow the most are plantain. I think we've harvested plantain like 5 times already. One called down, the next one done the grow.
Right in the city?
Right in the city.
And now you're 2 cents?
Yep. And we also done sweet pepper. Because you got like leaf boxes, like leaf gardening boxes. And because we do pepper, we have also been trying to grow our own habanero. And it has come out. And we just need to, get more techniques and learn about it, see how it grows and what kind of things are good. So all our scraps, they're not really go to waste. I have to make sure you have to compost and all of that thing there.
And now you're 2 cents?
Yes.
Brothers Abet is celebrating Super Handy Dads for the entire month of June with super handy deals that just can't be beaten. Give that super handy dad the perfect gift from our super selection like 15% off all power tools and hand tools store-wide, 15% off track car batteries, 20% off Eureka Vats, 20% off Decon Matte Emulsion, and 25% off Valspar and Dutch Boy paints. Plus, for every $50 you spend, get a chance to win $500 worth of tools for 3 super special dads. So give dad his best Father's Day gift yet from Brothers Abet. Come in or reach out to us today. Brothers Abet wishes all super handy dads a super happy Father's Day.
This plan, I can't leave this plan. Smart Belize!
Hey there, smart thinkers. We're turbocharging your mobile experience with Smart's powered up postpaid plans. Imagine a world where your data speeds flows faster than ever. Well, guess what? We've cranked up the dial and unleashed the postpaid power of Smart's lightning-fast LTE data on all our postpaid plans. That's right, no speed bumps, more data. It's like having a limitless highway of data speed at your fingertips. Whether you're a Lone Ranger with an individual plan or a squad rolling with a group plan, everyone gets to surf, stream, and share at enhanced, full, high-quality speed. Switch to Smart's powered-up postpaid plans today and ride the wave of postpaid power. Visit any Smart showroom or smart-bz.com for details and make your mobile experience smarter and faster. Smart, bringing people together.
I know I can't leave this plan. I can't leave this plan.
Babe, I'm going out to pay the water bill.
You don't need to go out. You could pay it from your phone. Look.
Babe, the credit card bill. I'll go pay it.
You can also pay it with your phone.
Babe,
Yes, love?
I need to go deposit the babysitter's pay.
You really want to go out, don't you? It's okay. I will make the transfer and you go play ball.
With Atlantic Bank Mobile, your personal banking experience is easier and more convenient. Bank your way with any of our digital channels and save time for what matters most.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Make light work lighter and quicker with switch technology from Axi Power Tools. Axi Switch technology breaks the bondage of power cords and grants you the luxury of freedom and precision. Switch one battery across all your Axi line power tools effortlessly, allowing for quick and efficient work. Cut the cords. Choose efficiency with Axi Switch technology. Only at Benny's. Quality and savings.
Belizeans all around the planet Earth, this is a roll call. A roll call for all Belizeans.
The Office of the Prime Minister invites you to the National MSME Roadshow 2024. Join us for free workshops in marketing using AI, finance, business planning, and customer service. Connect with financial institutions for access to finance opportunities, meet with key government agencies, and showcase your business at the Roadshow Expo in an effort to get more locals to buy Belizean. We will be in Orange Walk Town, June 13th to the 15th, PG, June 27th to the 29th, Corozal, July 11th to the 13th, Benque, July 25th to the 27th, San Pedro, August 15th to the 17th, Key-Cocker, August 23rd to the 24th, Pelmopan, August 29th to the 31st, Hopkins, September 13th to the 14th, San Ignacio, September
And we are back on Prem FM and XTV WB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes, our Belize Diaspora Summit edition. And we want to welcome you back to the show. Like I said before, I just want to give a full list of our sponsors. Definitely, we have to thank for transportation accommodation, the Belize American Chamber of Commerce, and Southwest Airlines, and our Belize Diaspora Summit 2024 broadcast sponsors, Atlantic Bank Limited, Atlantic Insurance Corporation, Battle of the Drums, Belize Chamber of Commerce and Industry Western Union, Belize Bank Limited, Beltrade, Venice Home Center, Builders Hardware, Cajal Pech Village Resort, Carlos Diaz Private Bathroom, Central Bank of Belize, Central Bank of Belize, CG United, Citrus Products of Belize Limited, Dangrega Town Council, Darius Meat Pies, DigiWallet, Enrique Martinez and Sons, Feinstein Group of Companies, Freetown Drugstore, Government of Belize. I know I keep doing this. Something happened with my phone. The Holy Redeemer Credit Union, Marie Sharp Fine Foods, Ministry of Immigration, Quick Home Real Estate, Rosado's Hardware, Simon Kwan and Company Limited, and the Social Security Board. Really want to thank our sponsors for enabling us and empowering us to do our Belize Diaspora Summit 2024 broadcast. Yes, Mose, we're back.
We're back, and so I've been trying to work this. Are you hearing me? Am I being heard?
I can hear you. Yes, the volume is good.
And I want to just thank the folks who told me during the break that my audio was low. It's hard for me to know that from here. So you guys are very helpful, trying to coordinate with the team in the studios to resolve that, and just so that when I try, just go straight speakerphone, guys. Sometimes you get too fancy and you turn a victim of your ambition, and sometimes you just have to humble up your self and accept what you accept.
Go back the roots. That never fail you.
Go back the ABC, son. So I gonna ABC and see if this one work or not work, or could just tell me. Because I just call back somebody with call in, right?
Right.
Greetings, Brother Mose, Sister Katie. Love
Perfect.
Represent.
Oh, good morning.
Patrick Rogers.
Yes, good morning. How are you?
Just wanted to report that we're here on the loud and clear, and you got connection from Belize now.
Thanks so much, Patrick.
I don't know that.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, I don't know where I don't got that. I can make Brother Patrick hear you at least enough on the phone.
Right.
You didn't hear Sister Katie? He said he hear you. Great.
Give thanks, Virgin. Appreciate you.
And Sister Katie, you know, hear me say how much I respect and admire what you do in publicly, but please know that I do. You land like a natural in the seat, and you know, Miss Swampy. So keep being you, babe.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate the love and support. Really do. It means a lot coming from you, brother. Enough respect.
But Patrick, you were saying that you respect the efforts with connection with diaspora. It's been something that you've defended as well, with the many things you've defended. So yeah.
No, well, that's what I'm saying. You know, I appreciate any gesture to include and involve with diaspora and more. I mean, if anybody should benefit from development, it should be Belizeans. And I've often made the argument that Belize is a beautiful country that needs investment. And we have a lot of Belizeans over there who have capacity to come back home and invest. But the climate has to be more, a heartfelt welcome instead of a lot of resistance. That's the more Belizean brothers and sisters, So I appreciate Krem taking the effort to go and highlight this initiative. And I applaud the Deputy Prime Minister for, bracing whatever resistance and pushback we face to ensure that this is manifested the way it's doing. I want to tune in and free up the line to call as well and express, the wishes. Thanks again and keep up the great work, Brother Mose and Mr. Katie.
Give thanks Patrick. All the time. Man, that I love. One thing I have to say about, the the love and support that the Zinc Corporation, gets. Beautiful. Go through. You got the next one?
I had to call back people call. I have to pay respect.
I doubt it. I really appreciate that. And I just want to say, I know a lot of times, you might not hear how we say it how we want, but I always have to thank the crew. We have an incredible crew, and I know they do a lot of hard and good work. So thanks so much to as well for accommodate this, right? Thanks everybody for patience. You get that?
No, in the person say, I don't got time for you.
Oh, it must like me, get touches. If you don't answer me, I figure so you don't want to talk to me, so call back and answer. But anyways, we work it out, so please, with the
Retributive. Hello. Hello, this is a WB. Yes. You call WB or?
Hey, good morning. Yeah. I'm gonna try to help you out, man.
You try to help me out? We'll probably call from.
I'm calling from Chicago.
From Chicago?
Hey, from the Shy. Morning.
Shy Town, big up, Paul's Barber Shop, Ballad.
Oh, this is the barber shop crew in Chicago?
Oh, super cool.
All right. Well, wish you me did this side out in California, brother, but still, still feel a connection. Thanks to reach out.
Yes, man, I'm coming out there. I'm still connected, always, as always.
All right, 100.
Everything blessed.
Yeah, man.
Glad to see your technology to work right now. Back on the spot.
Yeah, I'm glad too.
Hold it down.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear what you guys are showing, man. Keep up the good work.
All right, respect, man. Yeah, man.
Love and respect all the time.
To follow our following line out here and make things work for the young people there. Yeah, I don't like putting a do my lead next door, but hey, it is what it is.
All right, birds.
Respect.
Yeah, you. All the time.
Let's see if I miss anybody else. Yeah. And anybody we want to call, because
right. You're free to.
I hope that they hear me. I hope that they hear the calls. You could message me and make I know that the volumes are right. Make the team know, volumes are right. We're not part of the team,
Morning.
Good morning, brother.
I answered the call. I don't know what happened. It didn't go through when you called. I answered.
Okay, I don't know, but
morning,
my brother.
Good morning.
Enjoying here in Belize. I'm calling from Belize City.
I still Belize, you love it.
Before I told you about that basketball team Millport that I coached, I had
yes.
person with that team. Okay. And the next week, I learned something I didn't know. In 1997, I set a record for most blacks in the NCAA. That still stands.
Right.
He was here in Belize. I missed him.
Oh, he was? Oh,
yes,
man.
he was.
Yeah, he was here. I believe. All right.
You have a blessed day.
Give thanks. And
you
please
too.
Please make sure that all right, thanks very much, Alex. Alex said everything good. We sound good and we look good. If a song good,
hey!
All right.
Love
I don't
all
know.
the time.
Somebody saying that here, I insist on not saying, she's sharing some audio scratches on the Facebook platform. I don't
all
know.
Right.
I could try.
We are looking into that. We really appreciate
the
feedback for sure, because we're trying to bring you all the very best we could bring.
Hold on, we got diaspora again.
One?
Got diaspora.
Go through.
Diaspora king. Which in the diaspora. Not that at the diaspora summit, but we're find out. Big wins. What's going on?
Whoa.
Top of the morning. Rise and shine. Locked in from the ATL. Good morning, Mose.
Hey.
How y'all doing this morning?
Good morning to the 8. I don't like what the after 9 phone, and they get ready for be 10 o'clock or something.
Yeah, it's 9:53. I'm on the East Coast. I'm in the New York time zone. I just wanted to call in to commend what you guys are doing in the diaspora. It's gladly appreciated that we're not forgotten, and giving others the opportunity to inherit some land or whatever service, other services you guys are offering.
Well, we don't offer any of that, but there is going to be opportunity for those things
At the summit.
Yeah, at the summit. But
right. And I've heard the sentiments with my friends out west and across the U.S. as well. So for those who are out there who want to inquire, who want to possibly purchase some land, the opportunity is there for you guys to advise and to move forward. So I just wanted to call to big up Mose. It was good seeing you the other day, my brother.
Yeah.
It was good doing the ride for a little bit, as my dad was saying, having a good conversation. So,
yes.
So, sorry, I cannot be out west. All I ask of you is one thing. While you're out west in LA, make sure you have an In-N-Out burger for me. That's my favorite spot. In-N-Out for some good tacos.
Not In-N-Out. Oh my God, for real? And you got all that nice Waffle House and ATL. Are you working on In-N-Out? Man, I don't want to have a Waffle House for me. That's what I want to do.
Yes. As a matter of fact, I had Waffle House about a week ago. So.
Oh my God.
Anyway, I will allow other callers to call in. You guys stay blessed.
Give thanks to support the merch. Big wins that the first person in the diaspora for buy with.
Hey, the man that diaspora king is a merch.
Yeah. You know buy one. He buy one. He buy a bag full. That's how big wins.
Oh, big wins, big love, no?
Big wins are big wins. Yes. So he look for me and say I got one. He buy for his wife, kids.
Oh my gosh! Thank you so much.
Anytime. Thanks for Aria for getting a package to me too. It arrived in one piece, and I don't wash the first shirt I wear. I make sure I wash it pan delicate and also a line dry. I don't put it in a no dry. I don't want to make go on.
Watch out, but make I tell you something. For we thing hold up in a wash and so don't try such. I don't mind you take care of it properly, but don't make it sound like for we think fragile, for we think that.
No, man.
For me, I see it like the man got extra love. The way I see it, the man like, what? I know this go hold up in the dryer, but I'm gonna give it that extra time because of XTV merch.
As they would say in LA, they're not swap thing. A good thing.
Hey, listen. Let's not knock the swap, cause when at a youngster and call and
speak. Huh? The swag bet. I said now the swag there. Everybody know.
Hey.
I don't want more quality. I tell about what the swag and the style there. That's the swap meet. That's the only way you get it, and they get it first.
Yo, listen. And shame in the game. When I leave swap meet and when I leave visit to the alley. And
you know what then? You know what?
You're nice. So
you don't know.
All right, but I give thanks to the call. Wish me the old but you know how the thing go. All right.
The man have to send me a Waffle House to Belize, man. That's not my joint right there. You can miss me with the In-N-Out, but I love me a Waffle House. Yeah, what I'm loving most about the Belize Diaspora Summit is this understanding that community, right? We have to link up. We have to understand, the love what we must have for one another. Definitely, Sister Yaya shared some very interesting things about migratory status yesterday, as far as what the Biden administration is planning. And the thing is with policy, right? Even if Biden doesn't return to the White House, once then things set into motion, that will happen, right? And so definitely, however, we could, and it's good that the immigration department is here, but when I could support that, and we're going to have a conversation, I think, downstairs in the lobby yesterday, and I just made it think that I think one of the ways to that, Belizeans abroad could assist Belizeans at home is like this whole madness with how, you have empires like the United States that de-risk Caribbean banks. So that limits what we're able to do. Definitely, Belizean debit cards could only work in Belize. So if you're a diaspora and if you're abroad, it would be nice if you could set up your relatives, with a secondary account off of your account, because it totally disempowers how we're able to travel and access things. You know, as an artist, I've always said, you know, and I've been begging Niche since I come home in 2008. They must have tired of hear about me by now. To like, you know, try to help out the artists, because most artists, we not got that kind of money bag to have a credit card. So what would assist is a debit card, but Belize and debit cards don't work outside of Belize. Is that, you know, if you're able to like put your relatives on a secondary account, that would assist, you know, being able to travel, you know, access things in the airport, access things in the hotels, apparently, you know, even when you have a reservation. So I think there are ways where we could say how we could assist as Belizeans, you know, locally in Belize, how we could assist Belizeans in diaspora and Belizeans in diaspora, because you might have access, I don't want to say more, but you might have access to different resources, or you might have access to different things. It's just how we could. Good morning, how are you?
Morning.
Morning, Mose, morning, Kitten, and morning, Belize. One thing that I really want for people in the diaspora to know, that tell the truth and then everything. No people of Belize still think they can live that states, your bread butter pan outside. People really need to understand the truth of what it's like living in the United States, especially if it's undocumented. Like, there's no shame in that. We just tell the truth. I mean, when you're undocumented, you don't really want to know spotlight on you, especially because you think they'll come for you anytime. Feel me? But even for the one that were documented and that may process forget, regularize. We need to hear these stories. People need to understand how much people they make per hour, the time we're taking a public transportation, how much food, like, people need to hear these stories so they can stop to take their remittances for granted and catch feelings when they don't call, when if a call, you know, the amount where if a call. And then once you get it, you just, because you think money grow up on tree, just to spend the thing recklessly. Like, we really need to get a sense of the stories of people in the diaspora and the sacrifices. I mean, I talked to somebody yesterday in the diaspora and talked about elderly people where, you know, you never regularize, you know, in no system. So, so far.
I think one of the things that has to be, I don't know what you mentioned about what Mr. Biden is proposing. But what I shared with Sister Katie when we were coming in, I think it was we were in the airport, and I told her if she had seen the latest story where Mr. Trump is polling extremely well, historically well, with black voters. In fact, no Republican presidential candidate has had hit those numbers. I think they said in about 60 years. And Biden's approval rating in the polling amongst black voters is plummeting. It's like, it's not like Donald Trump has gone from 7 to about 21%. So much so that the reporter that was providing these polling said, these are stunning, this is stunning. And I told Sister Katie, there's a lot of things going on there that we have to try to understand ourselves. As you know, Mr. Trump's primary pillar for his effectiveness as a candidate and the solidness of his support, he has built his whole campaign around immigration. And so it's very important. I don't know what Biden is proposing or whatever he's saying. I know that Mr. Trump is gaining that kind of support, has had that kind of support primarily with white voters. But what has happened is that a lot of the states like Texas in particular, Florida in particular, have been sending the undocumented migrants that are caught on the border, have been sending them into Chicago, sending them into New York, sending them into LA, sending them into these communities. Say, oh, we will send them into your cities and states that are blue, so you know what we are feeling on our borders. and so this so we have to understand what is going on here, and not think that, even though you'd say, well, these are, you're going into, well, these what we would call, black communities, urban communities in cities that we are familiar with. I think my old man has written and has spoken about the fact that there's been a bit of historical chafing between African Americans and Caribbean migrants who come into. So this is not a fresh chafing, but it would appear that Donald Trump has found something here and has actually created historic traction within these very communities that have traditional. Now, this is not to say that there is not backlash against the long years of blacks voting, Democrats, and all of that. But the fact is, it's Donald Trump. It's not just that they're moving from the Democratic Party and going Republican or conservative. They are going Donald Trump, and that I think has instructions and information for us, for our migrant families in the diaspora, as well as for us back home.
I really value you bring that to the foremost, and I'm aware of it. At the same time, that we find a space with their kind of conversation, because for me, they're always about knowledge. And so I don't know what one be the follow-up to this diaspora summit. So there's a continuity in the knowledge sharing and co-producing of knowledge. And I of course, I always support talking in a Creole. Beyond this, because the knowledge of what one drive the growth of having one gathering like this, and to remember that as valid as that single story is, that is just one of many stories that we often don't hear. And that's why I say for now, we tell our own stories. Because I don't know, there's a Belizean photojournalist who I know have done some work, and I'll give her a call today for asking her for more backstory on when those people, he's from Shaitong, when those people are sent to these communities, what happens to them on the ground. Those are the kind of stories I want to hear. What happened to them people when they get there? Because oftentimes these people's stories are not told, they're erased, they're invisible, and the people look like we are. Like for me, when I'm incarcerated for immigration status issues, may I tell people, yo, we would not believe their stories when people your mind can't conceive some of the horrors. Fucking for them in the top about it yesterday. The stories that people tell you, people of color, they tell you what they go through. So even though, yes, this is one Belizean story, so then we don't got no Belizean, we don't got no phone card, we don't got just another person, more likely another person of color will help you when you're backed against the wall in a situation, because you don't get violated, and violated in the adult, but we don't hear any stories, and then the stigma attached to people when they come back home. And again, Katie, Numi and me, and we're not the only one to talk about it. That I don't believe that it's a law in Belize that says when people come back, they have to go in a police station and say, no, a violation of a human right. You don't serve the time if you've even committed that the United States. Why then got you still selling? Only certain people selling the police station every week.
Yeah.
Like those things.
I have to.
Conversations.
Yeah, I have to go to break. I met an interesting brother last night. He's out of the U.S. Army. And he is formed an organization to try to address the concerns of Belizeans who have served in the military and are not getting their due and are not getting and so I am not a man into the military, but I said, that's what you're doing. I know for a fact that from personal experience that we have people who go back home who have served in the military, who are, as many in the States are, they're basically thrown to the wayside. Like, it's crazy, like for a country that speaks about it being the mightiest military on the planet, even within their own communities, they are called out for the treatment of their own. So what you think about, so he was telling me, like, there are things that are done, like there was once a time you could, once you signed up for the military, you knew you would get all your papers together and everything, and that lately there's like paperwork shuffling going on. People serve and then they don't get their proper documentation. They're sent home, and so that's why he formed this organization. So it's like these, just for me, that's nothing I felt I would encounter here. Like I didn't think I would meet a military person who was trying to look after Belizeans who have served in the military and see how they can address some of those concerns. That for me, that's just crazy. But I have to go to break because now I have to go and engineer a bit at the venue for this summit. So we have to go to break. Yeah.
Only the people and save the people.
Yeah. So
every single time.
Power on. I would have to beg listeners and viewers if I could. I have to go downstairs, and we will have to done WB a little bit early because then we have to shift gears and get ready to cover the summit. So all of that they happen, no?
All right. So we'll break now. Stay with us.
Power on with confidence. Design Depot brings you an attractive selection of GE appliances, including microwaves, washers, dryers, refrigerators, dishwashers, countertop appliances, and more. We understand the importance of appliances that not only endure, but also excel in performance. As your trusted GE USA authorized dealer, we stand for reliability and performance, ensuring that you can power on with confidence. Visit us today and power on with efficient, reliable, and energy-saving solutions with GE appliances from Design Depot.
Design Depot, all in one place.
Belizeans all around the planet Earth, this is a roll call for all Belizeans living abroad. In a world that is becoming more uncertain and unstable, children and descendants of the Belizean soil must find common ground and align. Mark the date and make your plans. June 19th to June 22nd, 2024 at the Marriott Airport Hotel, Los Angeles, California. It's the historic first ever Belize Diaspora Summit. This summit will feature panel discussions featuring leading diaspora leaders and achievers. The Belize American Chamber of Commerce will host its annual business forum. There is a special delegation from the Ministry of Natural Resources to facilitate land queries for those in the diaspora, and a grand gala event to cap the Belize Diaspora Summit 2024. For registration and for more details, email info@BelizeDiasporaSummit.com or BIF 2024 California.eventbrite.com.
Upcoming enhancements to My Social Security. The new healthcare provider feature seamlessly connects healthcare providers, insured persons, and employers to facilitate the payment of sickness benefits. Here are the enhancements. Registered healthcare providers will create and submit online medical certificates using their healthcare provider accounts. Insured persons will receive a link to view the medical certificate to complete and submit their sickness benefit claim. And employers will receive an email notification of their employee's sickness claim. Also, the insured person and their employer will receive a copy of the claim decision letter after review. Healthcare providers, insured persons, and employers are encouraged to create a portal account to access and benefit from these new services on My Social Security at ssbportal.org.bz. My Social Security online portal. Social Security at your fingertips.
In a world driven by technology, the Digi Scholarship Program opens doors to endless possibilities. Welcome to the Digi Scholarship Program, where dreams meet innovation and knowledge transforms into action.
I'm Shelly Nicole, and being a recipient of the Digi Scholarship Program has helped me do my best throughout the 4 years of high school. I felt that the financial burden on my family was at ease with one less bill to pay and one to worry about. Of course, this scholarship held expectations for me, but that never weighed me down. If anything, it made me work harder to show my true potential. The support from the Digi Scholarship Program not only relieved financial strain, but also instilled a sense of responsibility and determination in me to further excel academically. As I prepare to graduate, I am grateful for the opportunities this scholarship has provided, and I'm eager to continue striving for success in the future.
Join the Digi Scholarship Program today and embark on a journey of empowerment, education, and excellence. Visit our website to learn more about how you can be a part of this life-changing opportunity. Apply now and unlock your potential with Digi. Digi, our national telecom.
When you get your prescription, what are the best place to go?
Freetown Drugstore. Bam City.
When the drugstore then close up the night and on Sunday and holidays, which one open?
Freetown Drugstore. Bam City.
When you need somebody to talk to about your medication, who you are turn to?
Bam City. We have been serving the general public for more than 30 years with fast, professional, and efficient services. We will continue doing so with honesty, integrity, and consistency.
This is the loyal Freetown Drugstore crew, always happily serving the general public at 28 Freetown Road, Belize City. Telephone 223-2876.
All right, so welcome back to XTV and Creme FM's WB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes on this 20th June 2024. This is the Belize Death for a Summit edition of the WB. So we're a couple miles away, several thousand miles away And so I just want to thank the people who have made that possible for us to be out here, enabled our accommodation and our transport. That's the Belize, America, and Chamber of Commerce with our accommodation, their promo code for the hotel, and also Southwest Airlines. And then I have a list of our sponsors for our Belize Diaspora Summit 2024 broadcast. So Atlantic Bank Limited, Atlantic Insurance Corporation, Battle of the Drums, the Belize Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Western Union, Belize Bank Limited, Bell Trade, Benny's Home Center, Builders Hardware, Cajal Pitch Village Resort, Carlos Diaz Private Bathroom, Central Bank of Belize, CG United, Citrus Products of Belize Limited, Dangriga Town Council, Darius Meat Pie, DigiWallet, Enrique Martinez and Sons, Feinstein Group of Companies, Freetown Drugstore, Government of Belize, Holy Redeemer Credit Union, Mary Sharp Fine Foods, Ministry of Immigration, Quick Home Real Estate, Rosados Hardware, Simon Kwan and Company Limited, and Social Security Board. We want to definitely thank all our sponsors for making it possible for us to be all the way here in LA to cover the Belize Diaspora Summit. It's in, you know, all the stories outside, but also to what will be available. There's an immigration clinic, there's a land clinic, you know, lots of exciting stuff. And of course, there are panel discussions, and there's also the Belize Investment Summit. And a lot of people from these key industries have come up. So we have representatives from the Ministry of Natural Resources, we have Ministry of Immigration. I saw Dr. Almandares from Beltrade yesterday. He's part of the Belize Investment Summit. So, you know, if you are in the area, it's a wonderful time for you to tap in and see how you can access. It's alarming how little Belizeans own land in Belize. So I would really be very happy if Belizean Americans could get land, because then, you know, that push up the numbers of Belizeans owning land in Belize. And also, and so Mose, you're back. Just like you never left, there are a lot of other things that are, you know, being worked on. I know Mose, you must tell, but like you said, just to go, you just to push, you just to organize.
Yeah. So,
right.
So, you know, obviously, a lot of work is being done right now to set up the equipment to cover the
right, because we don't want anybody when now physically in Los Angeles and or at the LAX Marriott miss, you know, because it's excellent information, the excellent opportunities, and we want to keep these connections open even after, you know, the summit is over and people go back to Belize. We want to keep and stay connected to the diaspora, right? It's very important. Whether I want to have more questions about land, want to have more questions about immigration, or want to have more questions about investment, we definitely want to, like you said, that what was happening last night is that have people network, so we keep their communication lines open.
Yeah. Somebody with real bad mind send me, I think, oh, it's not a bad mind, because I just may accuse Nats of bad mind. So Nats say they do black dinner, and I'm like, why would somebody tell me that they do black dinner today? And I know that I Belize, and I realize, oh no, Nats no they are Belize. So yeah, Nats, I hope that means I hope that means that you're doing black dinner, because you know that I don't care what part of the world I did. If black dinner they wrong, I did wrong. That's how I work.
That's what you call that, man. Not tell me about things when I know the day.
Yeah, don't tell me about, especially black dinner.
Not black dinner.
You know a big quarrel may happen back in the original days when we made Creme TV. I don't know how that, you know that with our family and everything, but we carry big feelings, right? That was prerequisite for, you know, on the team back at Prem now XTV, which one line there, you like carry feelings, and if you say no, you might know you're not put with. When you say yes, you're not put with. Well, I carry feelings over and time they give me a chimola, and you only had one egg. To me, that's one of the most
one egg chimola. That was slap in the face.
No, that one low blow.
What's that slap in the face? So low blow.
That one low blow of just incredible proportions. Like I think.
Put the whole dozen egg in there. In fact, put the whole tray. The one big pot.
Listen, if I go buy chimole, I can understand one egg.
One of them is pearl pot, right? So then you put the whole tray of egg.
Listen, they bring a whole pot back at the zinc there. And when I check my share when they give me, he had enough. Listen, he had enough of the black soup, he had enough meat, but he never have enough egg. He had one egg. You do me a low when you do that.
Well, one egg black dinner.
You do me a big low. Not big up yourself. Open link, yeah. How will it go? So we I guess we have to do a break. I gotta start to pack down my stuff where the link pan for take downstairs. And so this is where I want to come off for the WUB conversation now, and then we join when we do the coverage of the summit itself.
Right.
Nando's Wholesale is your market leader in Belize's wholesale industry when it comes to high-quality products at the most reasonable and competitive prices. With over 40 years in the wholesale business, Nando's Wholesale embraces the partnership of the hotel industry in Belize by providing world-renowned brands in wines, seasonings, condiments, and cleaners in industrial sizes, as well as small and large kitchen appliances and equipment. Nando's also takes pride in providing one of the quietest and most durable air conditioning systems in Belize with technical support and spare parts. Nando's Wholesale. Professional, reliable, effective, and prompt. Nando's Wholesale always delivers. Visit us at www.nandos.bz or send an email to nandos@nandos.bz. Or, even better yet, give us a call today at 222-500 or 280-8080 to speak to one of our sales representatives today.
Babe, I'm going out to pay the water bill.
You don't need to go out. You could pay it from your phone. Look.
Babe, the credit card bill. I'll go pay it.
You can also pay it with your phone.
Babe?
Yes, love?
I need to go deposit the baby Sarah's pay.
You really want to go out, don't you? It's okay. I will make the transfer and you go play ball.
With Atlantic Bank Mobile, your personal banking experience is easier and more convenient. Bank your way with any of our digital channels and save time for what matters most.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Belizeans all around the planet Earth, this is a roll call. A roll call for all Belizeans living abroad. In a world that is becoming more uncertain and unstable, children and descendants of the Belizean soil must find common ground and align. Mark the date and make your plans. June 19th to June 22nd, 2024 at the Marriott Airport Hotel, Los Angeles, California. It's the historic first ever Belize Diaspora Summit. This summit will feature panel discussions featuring leading diaspora leaders and achievers. The Belize America Chamber of Commerce will host its annual business forum. There is a special delegation from the Ministry of Natural Resources to facilitate land queries for those in the diaspora, and a grand gala event to cap the Belize Diaspora Summit 2024. For registration and for more details, email info@BelizeDiasporaSummit.com or BIF 2024 California.eventbrite.com.
Belize, Dara,
America is doing it big, big again. It's another grand
All right, good morning. Welcome back to Creme FM and XTV's WB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes on this 20th of June, 2024, or Belize Diaspora Summit version. And so I want to thank you for, bearing patience with us as we do a very abridged version. And it's only abridged because we want to go directly into the Belize Diaspora Summit, which is starting now, and bring you that live broadcast. Remember, XTV, Creme FM, that the only place where you could get the full broadcast. So we want to encourage you to do that. I want to thank everybody who called today. I want to thank everybody for your patience, everybody who watched, everybody who streamed. Thank you so much for your feedback. If that were the audio or if that were the video, anything, we really appreciate that, so we could continue to work to give you the best possible product that we can give. So I definitely have to thank my magnificent co-host Mose for all the work that he did this morning while still being a co-host and accommodating all our questions, and of course being the phone lines for us this morning. I need to thank Harlan Wagner Sr., MCO this morning, and of course Tony G, the international, and Tony Grant. Thank you for our Creme Radio simulcast. We have also Clifton Lewis, who is our senior technician and engineer, and your audio, everything. Thank you so much for everything that you do. I need to thank the entire Zinc crew for everything. I know it's a whole team. I give you some names, but I know that there's a whole team doing this amazing work, and really want to thank you for that. I hope I don't miss nobody. I hope I've not missed anybody. And thanks again to all of our sponsors for making us, being able to do this broadcast, and also for the Belize America Chamber of Commerce for bringing us here, Southwest Airlines, and also their promo code. I'll just, because I don't want nobody to say that I don't mention, so even though I just mentioned again, Atlantic Bank, Limited, Atlantic Insurance Corporation, Battle of the Drums, Belize Chamber of Commerce and Industries, Western Union, Belize Bank Limited, Beltrade, Benny's Home Center, Builders Hardware, Cahal Petch Village Resort, Carlos Diaz Private Bathroom, Central Bank of Belize, CG United Citrus Products of Belize Limited, Dangriga Town Council, Darius Meat Pie, Digit Wallet, Enrique Martinez and Sons, Feinstein Group of Companies, Freetown Drugstore, Government of Belize, Polar Damer Credit Union, Murray Sharp Fine Foods, Ministry of Immigration, Quick Home Real Estate, Rosado's Hardware, Simon Kwan and Company Limited, and Social Security Board. Thank you so much for making us able to bring the broadcasts to anybody, whether you're in LA or not, whether you're in Belize, wherever you are, that you're able to watch XTV, listen to Creme FM, and get the Belize Diaspora Summit. So thank you so much, Belizeans. Hopefully we could do this all over again tomorrow. Take care of yourselves. Take very, very good care of yourselves. But for now, Belizeans, stand strong, stand firm. For now, we're gone.
Wake up, Belize. We gotta keep moving, na 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 na. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Everybody gotta put the time in. Wake up, Belize. Wake up, Belize. Voice our opinion and place your calling. WB. Be yourself, see yourself. This is the show of people. Belize our hope, so to needless reason. Nobody feel left out is the vibe we dealing. Let's find a solution. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Love, respect, unselfishness and cooperation. That's all we need to build a strong nation. We are the people to make the changes. We are the changes. WB.